All right, hello and welcome to Atlantic Sun Conference Basketball Media Day. Joining us today is Stetson women's basketball head coach Lynn Bria, along with seniors Jama Sharp, Cherisse Burris, and C.J. Coddington. Coach, I'll start with you. How has the team looked in the preseason so far?
Well, we've had a great preseason. I think in all the years I've been here and maybe in all my years of coaching, I don't think I've ever had a team play so hard. I mean, they really get after it. They play hard. So I think it's been productive. I think we're a bit sloppy right now with adding some new people, but I think that's expected. This early that you're going to be a little bit sloppy. But I love our effort. I love our progress at this time.
Last year at this time, there were so many new players on the team. You talked about the team having to reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
This year, we've got a lot of players coming back, still some new players. How would you characterize the makeup of this year's team?
Well, I think it's been a lot better in regards to, by having some veterans and having a lot of players back, they can show the new players exactly what we want them to do. So I think it's really, as coaches, it's made our job easier. So I think we've been able to move further along because of our veterans and because of having so many players back. Whereas last year, we were, we basically installed a lot of new things, especially offensively, and it was new for everyone. So this year, it's just been, we've made a lot more progress in a shorter amount of time.
You've got a senior class, 4 individuals, 3 of them here today.
Yeah.
Could you talk about the group overall and how important is it to have a strong leadership group like you do this year?
Yeah. Well, I think, I've known especially these 3 forever. So I think when you recruit them and they're in your program for 4 years and running your system for 4 years, it makes a big difference. They just play at a higher level. They really help you a lot with the other players. So I think, you just can't say enough about playing together. And the only way, you do that really well is with time and reps. And, these 3 have had a lot of time and a lot of reps together. So it's been fun. I do think, I think Maisha Hall, our other senior, even though she hasn't been here as long, I think she's improved vastly and has fit in really well to what we're doing.
Could you talk about maybe each 3 here individually and how they've grown throughout their time at Stetson?
Well, I'll start down the end with C.J., okay, and I guess I've known her since she was born. But I think if you look at C.J., I think she was our most improved player last year. I mean, she really added to her game. She was always a great defender, always played hard, but I think offensively really gives us a lot now because she's added the 3-point shot to her game and has become one of our best 3-point shooters. CC, just really trusted us coming all the way from Missouri. I would say in her years here, she's just a rock. I mean, she's so steady. You know what you're getting every game, every practice, and just shows up and gets after it, every day. And I think has improved a lot. Again, added the perimeter shooting to her game, but has always gone hard and rebounded for us, and we're really going to need that again this year. I think with Jama, we asked her for the first 2 years when we had Victoria McGowan to play a position that she didn't play all the time, and that was the 2 guard. And people would ask me, well, who's going to take Victoria's spot? And, there are different kinds of point guards, but I didn't understand the question because I knew we had somebody, and I knew she'd be really good at it. So I think this system fits around what Jama does well, and I think, she's become, when you look at 2 years ago, I think she was the most improved player in the conference. So all 3 of them at some point, they've just improved vastly. And I think as a whole, collectively, they're a great class.
You have a strong sophomore class as well, including the last year's freshman of the year, Amber Porter. What makes her so effective, and what can we expect out of her this year?
Yeah. Well, I think that she's, 6'3", and she runs the floor. She's quick. I think she's effective on both ends. I think offensively she can post up with her back to the basket and score. She does command double teams, which I think helps the rest of our players. She touches the ball a lot in our offense. So, but I also think that she defensively, she just creates so many. If she's not blocking the shot, she's altering the shot of our opponents. So I think she's effective on both ends for us. I think she draws a lot of attention. So, and you know, and from last year, I think she's gotten stronger, which is something that she really needed. But I think she's much improved from last year.
Jama, let's switch over to you. What are your feelings and emotions going into your senior year?
You know, it's kind of bittersweet. You don't want it to be over, but you're excited at the same time. So it's really exciting, you know, coming in, having to, last year where we had so many new people, this year where we have veterans and who can help you out. It's really exciting to see, you know, our freshmen come along with us and really enjoy the ride and see where we can go this year.
What are your expectations for yourself and for the team this year?
I think definitely high. Since we came off such a great season last year, we want to do better than we did last year. Every game we want, you know, take it a game at a time and just do better and improve ourselves every day in and out and just see how far we can get this year.
You're the quarterback of this offense. Last year the team averaged nearly 80 points per game. How do you see the offense looking this season?
The same, if not more. I mean, we don't like to be boring. We don't like to walk the ball up the court. So we want to push the ball up the court. Even if people press us, we just want to get the ball up and get as many points as we can. I mean, the team who scores the most wins. So we just want to score and be exciting to watch. So.
All right, CC, senior year for you as well. What are your feelings and emotions going into your last year?
Same what Jama said. It's bittersweet. You know, I look forward to this since freshman year, since high school. You know, what it'll feel like being a senior in college, and you know, I never really thought I would get here. So you know, I'm really excited.
What are some keys to the team this year to be successful?
I think we have to stay together, especially when tough times come. You know, especially when we're playing like older teams like Baylor or something like that. We have to just stick together and run on their runs.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
Talk about the defensive play. You're one of the top rebounders in the league. Amber Porter, your teammate, also one of the top rebounders. Talk about the team's defense overall this season.
Yeah, we are a small team, so like you said, you know, we're small, so we're not going to be up there blocking shots a lot with the big teams. So we got to get up in the players and, you know, make them feel uncomfortable and just get a run out on them.
All right, CJ, your senior year as well, same question. What are your thoughts and feelings going into your senior year?
I mean, my teammates, they said it, it's bittersweet. I mean, it's really exciting, you know, to finally be here. Like being my last year, never thought it would come, so I'm really excited to see what's going to happen this year.
You really had a breakout season last year. What are your expectations on yourself and for the team this season?
My expectations, they're high, they're the same as last year, you know. We're just trying to get better every day and, you know, just push through and come out and have a good season this year.
The team practices hard. They play an up-tempo style. Could you talk about that a little bit, how that relates during the season?
Yeah, well, I mean, you practice how you play. I mean, we practice hard. We're up and down the court every day going hard. So, and it transfers over to the game. Like Jama said, we don't like to be boring. We like to have fun and go out and run.
Thank you, CJ. Coach, a couple newcomers on the team as well this year. A sophomore transfer in Aisha Turner, and then a couple of freshmen, Sarah Seiger and Kivana Edwards. Could you talk about that newcomer class?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think all three of them will help us. You know, Kivana has, even since summer school, has improved so much. She just rebounds all over the place. You know, and you know, obviously they've got to get better, all three of them. But I really like what she's done so far, and you know, in just a short amount of time of how she's gotten better. So, you know, I love her effort, her attitude, and how hard she goes. I think Sarah, you know, she's a 6'2", 6'3" wing. Her versatility is unbelievable. She can go inside, she can go outside, she can shoot a three, she's big, she can handle the ball. So, you know, I think the hardest part for Sarah is just, you know, understanding me with some of the slang and the accent, and you know, she's picking up on English a little bit better, but she, you know, once she really gets it and understands, she's going to be really, really good for us, and I think she's going to help us a lot on both ends of the floor. I do think too she adds some size that we've really needed, both inside and out, and then Isha will be eligible in December, so you know, I think Isha, she can play the one or she can slide to the two. We'll certainly play her in both spots. So, you know, she's just a great penetrator. She can stop and pop. And but, you know, I think since last year she's gotten in a lot better shape. So I think all three of them will help us.
What is the most important thing, Coach, for this team in order to be successful this year?
Well, I think we've just got to play together, and we've got to stay together. When things are tough, it's going to come down to, did we stay together? You know, I think when things are tough for us, you know, do we come together even more? So I think, you know, I do think the best team wins. I think we have great players, but we have to play together and stay together.
All right, Coach Bria, Jama, CC, and CJ, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.